Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Reactions are still on top gear over the demand for arrest and extradition of Nigerian Super Cup, talking about DCP Abba Kyari to face a fraud allegation against him by Hushpuppi. He has a link to the case of fraud that Nigerian former multi-billionaire Hushpuppi was involved in, and as at yesterday, IGP had already set up a panel to see how they can review the case of the fraud allegation. But also this morning, we were told by Sahara reporter that some FBI guys still went visiting. They went to IGP to tell him the urgency of the case and the need for him to be released to them for extradition and also interrogation. But then there is another important news that we are bringing your way today, talking about the former presidential aspirant in the 2019 election. Yeah, and he demanded that the same treatment given to Igboho and the rest should be meted out to Abba Kyari. We're going to see full details of that write-up because it's overly important considering what Nigerians have been saying, about this issue. It's quite a striking issue, and one must be careful how to handle it, because already we know that there are a lot of people who are currently facing the tough hand of the law, and no one should be exempted. But before we give you full details of this, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, Professor Kingsley Moghalu, who is a former presidential candidate of the Young Progressive Party YPP, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to respect international law on the issue involving the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, regarding his link to international fraudster Raymond Abbas, also known as Hushpuppi. It has been reported earlier that O.T. Reed of the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California had told the FBI to track down Kyari and produce him before the court over his alleged role in the multi-million dollar fraud perpetrated by Hushpuppi, a notorious Nigerian fraudster. As widely reported in Nigeria and beyond, Hushpuppi was arrested in Dubai over a year ago and pleaded guilty to fraud in the U.S. earlier this week. The FBI said Hushpuppi and Kyari have been friends and were both involved in a conspiracy to launder money. The Deputy Commissioner of Police was also indicted of receiving bribes from Hushpuppi to arrest a member of the syndicate in Nigeria. Judge Reed permission for the FBI to arrest Mr. Kyari and hold him in U.S. custody was on seal on July 26. However, Kyari had in a statement on Thursday denied allegation of conspiracy with Hushpuppi, saying he only met him 2 years ago and did not benefit financially from the fraudster. Reacting to the news, Moghalu believes that since the federal government under Buhari has arrested Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, and are also seeking to extradite Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic, the president should follow due process on Kyari's case. He insisted that the FBI request for the extradition of Kyari in the Hushpuppi case will put Buhari and Nigeria in global spotlight. The former deputy governor of the central bank, CBN, wrote on Twitter on Friday, and according to him, he said President Buhari has frequently opted for subjective loyalties over real political will on national security and fighting corruption. The U.S. at FBI request for the extradition of the accused police chief Abba Kyari in the Hushpuppi case will put him and Nigeria in the global spotlight. It's one thing to go to great lengths in seeking to extradite Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic and the apparent extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from God knows where. It's another to respect international law in black and white when it comes to certain Nigerians. Nigeria and the United States have an extradition treaty, and it has been used in a number of cases. Is this a bone in the neck What leadership calls for is obvious. President Buhari should respect law and follow due process. He ended it by saying, "We are watching." And this has attracted a lot of reactions from Nigerians. But first of all, let's just look at this issue because it seems very interesting. In other words, interesting in the sense that Kingsley is demanding that the same cane that was used in flogging the likes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho should be used same with Abba Kyari, irrespective of ethnicity, irrespective of religion, irrespective of loyalty that he has shown thus far to this administration. But the same way others are treated, he should be treated same. And he talked about global spotlight, which I feel that is absolutely true. Don't forget that the current administration have been singing it over and over again that they are not in support of anything like corruption, no matter who is traceable to it, which therefore means, as at now, there shouldn't be any form of struggle on the part of the government in releasing Abba Kyari to whoever that needs him, that's the FBI, for proper investigation. The truth is that their own judiciary, it's very fair and they respect fundamental human rights, which means if in the process of investigation he is found not guilty, automatically he will be released. But as at now, the same treatment given to Sunday Igboho, because of how much they have hurt, according to the presidency, hurt the image of Nigeria, the same with, the likes of Sunday Igboho, the same should be given to everyone, no matter who you are. And I tell you, it's really important because if we don't do that, currently we are being a target of virtually all eyes right now. People are looking at what's going to be the case like with this guy. Why is it taking long for him to be extradited down to, United States of America? After all, they have a treaty, the two countries, and we've been seeing extradition taking place every now and then. So why is this one a difficult process? And, this has really triggered reactions from Nigeria. We're going to be reading this to most of us who possibly want to hear the comments of other people. And someone here says it's a difficult spiel for Nigeria to face. The drug is too bitter for them to swallow. Another person here says, "Thank you, sir, for what you have said. This is the time that we will prove if this current administration is against any act of corruption, irrespective of who is involved." Whoa, this other person here says, "This is quite interesting. We are waiting and we are also watching," like Mr. Kingsley had said. Another person here says, "I know that at a time like this, the entire country is in commotion, considering where this man by name Abba Kyari is from. I'm talking about his ethnicity. I know that right now, so many people are fighting the extradition of this man, but as far as US is behind this, no matter the juju, they no go forget." And the last person here I'm going to consider said, "This is the time to prove that no one is respected when it comes to corruption charges. The IGP should release him speedily. Let him go and answer his own case. After all, there are countless people whom he has dealt with, which Nigeria has applauded him, considering the fact that he is our super cop and he fights corruption with everything he's got." All right, a lot of things to read here, but I'd like to leave it there. Go to